Hello, my name is Kindson Munonye, and thank you for joining me as we discuss the Project Human Resource Management knowledge area. Previously on my channel, I discussed the Project Quality Management, where we looked at the three processes under the Project Quality Management knowledge area, and they are Plan Quality Management, Perform Quality Assurance, and Perform Quality Control. This is the next in the line, Project Human Resource Management. Today we are going to look at the various processes under the Project Human Resource Management knowledge area. The processes are Plan Human Resource Management, Acquire Project Team, Develop Project Team, Manage Project Team. So let's go into the discussion of Project Human Resource Management. Our discussion is going to be based on the PMBOK Guide 5th edition, which says that Project Human Resource Management includes the processes that organize, manage, and lead the project team. The project team members may have various skills sets. They may be assigned full or part-time and may be added or removed from the team as the project progresses. And project team members may also be referred to as project staff. Although specific roles and responsibilities for the project team members are assigned, the involvement of all team members in the project planning and decision making is beneficial. Participating of team members during planning adds to their expertise to the process and strengthens their commitment to the project. Okay, so let's look at the four processes under the Project Human Resource Management. Plan Human Resource Management. The process of identifying and documenting the roles, responsibilities, as well as required skills, reporting relationships, and also creating a staffing management plan. So straight ahead, you know that in the Plan Human Resource Management process, a staffing management plan is created. The next one, in fact, the next three processes falls under the execution project group. That is Acquire Project Team, which is a process of confirming human resource availability and obtaining the team necessary to complete project activities. Develop Project Team has to do with improving the competencies of team members as well as team member interaction and overall team environment to enhance the project's performance. Then we have Manage Project Team, the process of tracking team member performance, providing feedback, resolving issues, and managing changes to optimize project performance. Let's now drill in to look at these processes one after the other, starting with the first one, Plan Human Resource Management. Sometimes I refer to it as Plan HR Management. Plan Human Resource Management is the process of identifying and documenting project roles, responsibilities, required skills, reporting relationships, and creating a staffing management plan. The key benefit of this process is that it establishes the project role and responsibilities, project organizational charts, and staffing management plan, as well as timetable for staff acquisition and release. So this is what Plan Human Resource Management is all about. Take note of the key points, identify the project roles and responsibilities, creating a staffing management plan. Alright, so let's now take a look at the ITTOs. The ITTOs, that is the input, tools and techniques and output of this process. But however, take note that the information used for the development of the Human Resource Management Plan includes the project life cycle and the processes that will be applied to each phase, needs and methods of communication among stakeholders, etc. Let's now look at the ITTO. What do we need to plan human resource management? We need 4 inputs: the project management plan, activity resource requirements, enterprise environmental factors, and organizational process assets. The tools and techniques are expert judgment, organizational charts and position descriptions, networking, organizational theory, and meetings. The output is just one, and that is the human resource management plan. Take note that human resource planning is used to determine and identify human resource with the necessary skills required for the project success. The human resource management plan describes how the roles and responsibilities, reporting relationships, and staffing management will be addressed and structured within the project. The human resource management plan contains the staffing management plan, including timetable for staff acquisition and release, identification of training needs, team building strategies, plans for recognition and reward programs, compliance considerations, safety issues, and the impact of staffing management plan to the organization. Let's now look at the inputs. We've discussed the project management plan as an input, which also contains the human resource management plan. Just as a reminder, take note that the project management plan is a collection of all other subsidiary plans and baselines. Alright, we also need as an input activity resource requirements. Human resource planning uses activity resource requirements to determine the human resource needs for the project. Then we need enterprise environmental factors. The enterprise environmental factors that may influence the planned human resource management process include organizational culture and structure, existing human resources, geographical dispersion of team members, personnel administration policies, and marketplace conditions. And then we have organizational process assets. Some of them that can influence planned human resource management include organizational standard processes, policies, and role descriptions, template for organizational charts and position descriptions, lessons learned on organizational structures that have worked in previous projects, and escalation procedures for handling issues within the team and within the performing organization. Alright, let's now take a look at some of the tools and techniques. We have expert judgment. This is very clear by now because I've discussed it previously in my presentations, but we are going to look at organizational charts and position descriptions, networking, organizational theory, and meetings. Let's start with looking at organizational charts and position descriptions. Various formats exist to document team member role and responsibilities, and most of the formats fall into 3 types. Hierarchical, used to show position and relationships in graphical top-down format. Example is WBS, that's the work breakdown structure, and OBS, organizational breakdown structure. We also have the resource breakdown structure, RBS. Another format for documenting team member roles is matrix-based format that shows description in a grid form. For instance, responsibility assignment matrix. Then we also have text-oriented formats which presents the information in an outline form. Let's now look at these 3 different types of organizational charts. Let's start with the hierarchical type, and we say one of them is the work breakdown structure. Work breakdown structure shows project deliverables as items broken down into work packages, and it provides a way of showing high-level areas of responsibility. While the work breakdown structure shows a breakdown of project deliverables in hierarchical form, the organizational breakdown structure is arranged according to an organization's existing departments, units, or teams with the project activities or work packages listed under each department. The resource breakdown structure is the 3rd type of the hierarchical type chart, and it lists the resources related by category and resource types that is used to facilitate planning and controlling of project work. Alright, let's now look at the matrix type organizational chart. The matrix based charts are one of the most important one is responsibility assignment matrix. Responsibility assignment matrix is a grid that shows the project resources assigned to each work package. It is used to illustrate the connection between work packages or activities and project team members. The matrix format shows all activities associated with one person and all people associated with one activity. This also ensures that there is only one person accountable for any one task to avoid confusion of responsibility. A type of responsibility assignment matrix is the ratio chart. The ratio chart is a useful tool when the team consists of internal and external resources in order to ensure clear division of roles and expectations. An example of the RACI chart is shown here. Meanwhile, take note that RACI stands for responsible, accountable, control, and inform. So in the RACI chart you see it has a column for the activities, and then we have the other group for persons in charge. The first activity, the create charter, has Kani as accountable, Oli as responsible, Safi to inform, Oti and Jackie inform. What does it mean? The responsible, the arrow is the owner of the activity or the work. The accountable is the person that delegates the activity involved or the work in question. And then we also have the inform. The consult first as the person that signs off or approves this activity for it to be done. Then we have informed. This stakeholder is informed about this activity but might not necessarily be consulted before. So this is how the RACI works. Take some time to understand the chart here, and it will make a little more sense to you. Let's now look at the text-oriented format of organizational charts. In the text-oriented format, the team member responsibility that require detailed description can be specified in this format. It's usually in outline form. The documents provide information such as responsibilities, authorities, competencies, and qualifications. The documents are known by various names including position descriptions and role, responsibility, authority forms. The text-oriented format types of document can be used as template for future projects, especially when the information is updated throughout the current project by applying lessons learned. Networking is a third tool and technique of the planned human resource management. Remember the first two, expert judgment, organizational chart and position description, and now we have networking. Networking is a formal or informal interaction with others in an organization, industry, or professional environment. It is a constructive way to understand political and interpersonal factors that will impact the effectiveness of various staffing management options. The human resource management benefits from successful networking by improving knowledge of and access to human resource assets such as strong competencies, specialized experience, and external partnership opportunities. So think of networking as interaction with people of various areas, whether in your organization or outside the organization. Example of human resource networking activities may be proactive correspondence, luncheon meetings, informal conversation including meetings and events, trade conferences, and symposia. It can also be an effective way to enhance project management professional development during the project and after the project ends. Let's now look at the next tool and techniques used in planned human resource management, and that is organizational theory. Organizational theory provides information regarding the way in which people, teams, and organizations units behave. Effective use of common themes identified in organizational theory can shorten the amount of time, cost, and effort needed to create the planned human resource management process outputs and improve planning efficiency. Also, applicable organizational theories may recommend exercising a flexible leadership style that adapts to the changes in a team's maturity level throughout the project life cycle. Let's now look at the outputs. Just one single output from the planned human resource management process, and that is the human resource management plan. The human resource management plan is a part of the project management plan. The human resource management plan provides guidance on how project human resource should be defined, staffed, managed, and eventually released. The human resource management plan and any subsequent revisions are also inputs into the developed project management plan process. The human resource management plan includes roles and responsibilities, project organizational charts, and staffing management plan. Let's take a look at staffing management plan. The staffing management plan is a component of the human resource management plan that describes when and how project team members will be acquired and how long they will be needed. It describes how human resource requirements will be met. The staffing management plan can be formal or informal, highly detailed or broadly framed, depending upon the needs of the project. The plan is updated continually during the project to direct ongoing team member acquisition and development actions. What are some of the information contained in the staffing management plan? Some of them are the staff acquisition, Some of them are staff acquisitions. For instance, a number of questions may arise when planning the acquisition of project team members. For example, whether human resources come from within or from external sources. Whether members is going to work in a central location or from distant locations. We also have resource calendars. The calendar that identify the working days and shifts on which specific resource is available. Alright. Then we also have the staff release plan. It's determining the method and timing of releasing team members benefits both the project and project team members. And we also have the training needs of staffs. It is expected that the team members to be assigned will not have the required competencies, a training can be developed, and the training needs is documented in the staffing management plan. Also have recognition and reward system might also be necessary to promote and to encourage performance, very high performance and competence. Then we also have compliance. The staffing management plan can include strategies for complying with applicable government regulations, union contracts, and other established human resource policies. And finally, safety. Policies and procedures that protect team members from safety hazards can be included in the staffing management plan as well as in the risk register. This is where we wrap it up on the project, on the plan human resource management process under the Project Human Resource Management knowledge area. As usual, I would like to backtrack to the ITTOs so that you have a glimpse and remind yourself of the input tools and techniques and outputs. Take note that the inputs are the project management plan, activity resource requirements, enterprise environmental factors, and organizational process assets. The tools and techniques are expert judgment, organizational chart and procedure description, networking, organizational theory, and meetings. And then we have just one output, and that is the Human Resource Management Plan. I hope you've learned enough from my video. I'd like you to rewind or to linger a little, getting your head around this concept. I'd like to thank you for viewing, and please join me in my next presentation as I discuss the next process on the Human Resource Management knowledge area, and that is the Develop, the Acquire project theme.